Hi, in this video we want to set up a simple business card using Photoshop. So we're going to start on the Business Now home page for the web, and then we just want to navigate over to business cards. There we do have a whole bunch of options. So let's say we've decided that we want to go with the heavy digital business cards, but we don't need to worry about that just yet. We want to go to the business card templates to find the Adobe Photoshop template. Okay, so that is here. So we're going to right click on that and then click on Save Link As, and we're saving it right into our project material. It's called Business Card Layout Template.psd. So we'll save that there. We've got that folder open here, and we can see the partial download, but the directory hasn't fully refreshed, so we're going to do that because I'm sure the whole file is there, and there it is. Okay, then I'm just going to double click on that, and then that will open in Photoshop. And this has the outlines for the basic business card layout. The outside line there, that's called our bleed area. Then in the lighter blue is the actual card area. And then the white area in there is the safe zone for putting text in. So we want to make a little business card for a grocery shop. So I've decided to use this image here of some colorful peppers. So we're going to double click on that to open that file. Then we're just going to select the whole thing and copy that. Then we'll go back to our template and we'll paste that in there. And there it is. So it's a large image again, so we need to scale that down to fit properly. So what we want to do is go Image, or is it Edit, and we want to do Transform and Scale. So that selects the entire image. You can see how it goes outside of the bounds of our actual document. So I'm going to hold down my Shift key and grab the corner box and scale it proportionally so I don't distort it. And I'm at the scale I'm looking at here. I may need to do this a few times until it's a good size for our business card. So we want the picture to cover the entire bleed area. So we're just going to scale it so that all of that is covered. And we'll just move that up a little bit. Now remember, this is the actual printed card area is going to be inside of those inner lines after the bleed. So to apply this, we can just double click on that, and that is now set in there. So then what we want to do is add some text to the card, and we'll just choose our text tool. There it is, and we'll just click somewhere in the document and type. So what will we call this? We will call this Joe's Supermarket. Alright, so black text on these colors might not be that good. I'm going to select all of that, and I think I'm going to try that as white text on there. And then I'm going to get the select tool and move it to where I want it. Now this is a little bit on the large side, so I am going to reduce the size of that just a little. I'm going to select the whole thing, and let's try that at, currently it's 27 point, let's try it at 24. That might be good in there. Or I like it a little bit smaller yet. So if you don't see the point size you want in there, you can actually just select that and type in the actual point size. Let's try it at 22. That looks good. Okay, so we've got the name of that in there. And then we'll put a little bit of basic contact information. We'll click that to deselect that text. Then we'll go back to the text tool and we'll click here. And now I believe the text is all set to be all capitals. So if we hit Control T, we get text on the Mac, that would be Command T. We get text options here, and that is set to all capitals. So we just want to set it to regular text there. So now if we type, his name will be Joe. Oh, okay, that's, we need to turn off that. Okay, we'll say his name is Joseph Smith. Okay, now we had actually set that to bold there as well. Now this text is set to right align, so we like that actually. But we're going to make that a little bit smaller. And smaller yet. Okay, we'll just move this to where we want to work on this. We want it right aligned near the right safe text zone. And then we can go back into it. And we'll go to the end there, and we can actually just keep typing. We'll say he is the proprietor, and then a phone number. We're in area code 604, and we'll just make his number 1234567. And of course he has an email address, jsmith@joesmarket.ca. Okay, so we've got that there. Now you notice the email address has gone below what we consider the safe text area. And also some of this information is just too bold, so let's make that less bold. And that's all secondary information, so we're going to make that a little bit smaller. Let's try that at 12 point. Now that's nicely within the safe text area now. That text looks like it would be reasonably easy to read, but I'm having trouble reading Joe's Supermarket against that background. So I'm going to go back in there, and I think first we'll bold that, and then we need to choose a color that's going to stand out against there. Now our backgrounds there are yellow and red, so we need to find a different color that's going to stand out against there. I'm going to try to pick a little bit of the green out of that pepper there. So okay, it doesn't allow me to do that directly there, so I'm just going to pick that and then reselect my text. And apply that color to it. And then let's see how that stands out. Doesn't exactly stand out a lot, so you may need to play with this sometimes. The other thing we could do is to have it go all against the red peppers there. Break it up into 2 lines. Nope, don't like that look either. So I'm going to undo the last couple of steps. So I'm going to step backwards, and then I am going to keep it, I've decided then I'm going to keep it white. So we're on that layer, so we're going to go edit and transform like we did earlier. We're going to go scale, and then I'm going just to shrink that up so that it's all against the red. That looks a little tight, but it may show, yeah, that actually shows the name reasonably well. And you can Okay, so we click on the select tool and apply, so that's on there. And you can, of course, go back and forth and try different things for how they're going to show against your background. For the current purposes, we've designed a simple business card, and it shows you what the bleed area is. Then there's a margin, and then there's a safe text area. So we've essentially created a simple business card for Joe's Supermarket. Then we want to go and save as, and we'll still save it in our project material, and we will call it Joe's Supermarket. Alright, so now we've saved it as a Photoshop file with all its layers. That's shown up there. For providing this for printing, we actually need to supply a PDF file. And that's pretty easy to do from Photoshop. You can just go Save As again and choose the Photoshop PDF and save that. And let's click on View the PDF after saving, just so that we can see what it looks like. Alright, so that has shown up there, and then should open up in Acrobat anytime now. But since it's not there yet, I'm just going to double click on it, and there it is. Now remember, this looks like it has a fairly wide margin, but if you look at it, this has a this is 3.75 by 2.25, and a final business card is 3.5 by 2 inches. So in the end, this will have an 1/8 of an inch cut off when the business cards are produced, and then it'll be the final size. But this is the file that is needed to send for printing. So we'll just close that, minimize that, and we're done with that part of the job. So we can actually just close all our Photoshop stuff and exit out of that. Now we've still got the website open here. Now at this time we're ready to order. So we were going to go with the heavy digital stock. I'm going to go with the coated stock. It feels a little stiffer than the matte does. So let's say we want, say, 500. We're in the two-sided menu. We want to do the 14-point stock in the one-sided. So let's choose 500 cards there. We just make our selection, click Add to Cart. It takes us to our shopping cart. Oh, looks like we had played around with other things and have a lot of other things in our cart. So we're going to just remove all the previous stuff. And it's that easy. You can play around with what you want to order until you're happy with exactly what you have. So right now, all that we have in our shopping cart is that business card. So if that's all we want to order and we want to pick it up in the store, you're ready to check out. If you need to get this shipped, we'll click on Continue Shopping, and then we'll go on the side here. We have a shipping option, and let's say Joe's Market is directly in Vancouver, so we just choose the Vancouver option, so it's not very expensive shipping, and add that to our cart. And at this point, we just want the business card and we want it shipped to us. We're ready to check out. So then you would just click on Checkout, enter your payment information and your shipping address and such. And when that's done, you come back to the website, and you then need to upload the file for printing. So you just choose File Upload Page if it doesn't take you there automatically. Then you choose the PDF file that we created here, and we can just drag that and drop it on the Drop Files Here area. Fill in your name, email address, and the transfer file name, and any additional message that you would like to send, and then just click send now. And that's how straightforward and simple it is to create a basic business card.